I'm ElyJoz, and you are now in tune to Mind Clarity. Today we'll be talking about how to live with intentions, or how to move with a purpose, or how to make every move matter, because every move you make does matter. You can make the right move and it'll take you places, or you can make the wrong move and it'll destroy whatever you're working on. Before we could get into how to live with intentions, you first have to understand what is your intentions. Like, what is your end goal, or what are you trying to reach in life? Because without your proper intentions, you won't know the proper move to make. You'll be just making moves just to make them. So you have to ask yourself, what is your end goal? And you could set a crazy end goal. Like, if you want to be a billionaire, just set it to be a billionaire. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to reach as high as you think you can reach. But if your intentions is to be a billionaire, you then have to make checkpoints. Checkpoints that'll bring you to be a billionaire. So you have to make a checkpoint to be a multimillionaire, a millionaire, a 100,000aire. I don't even know if that's the word, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to start from 0 to 100,000 to 500,000, but those are checkpoints. You have to understand what it is your intentions to make the right moves. Because without a proper vision, or without a clear vision of your intention or your end goal, or what do you want out of life, you won't know the moves to make. You'll just be making moves just to make them. After you find your intentions and you have a clear vision of it, then you can start doing checkpoints. How do I get to this checkpoint? How do I get to this checkpoint? How do I get to this checkpoint? How do I get to this one? And then eventually you will get to your end goal. You will reach your intentions in life just by putting small checkpoints. First you have to put a crazy goal, and then you put tangible checkpoints. So like things you can actually accomplish today or tomorrow or next month. You have to put your dreams in a point where it's very tangible and you can really see it, smell it, and feel it. If you're trying to be a billionaire, you're not just going to wake up a billionaire. You have to wake up and put in the effort to reach checkpoints to reach a billionaire status. After you figure out what is your intentions or your end goal, then you could do the checkpoints. And after you figure out what is your checkpoints, then you can start moving with intentions, or moving with a sense of purpose or sense of reasoning. Now we can start talking about how to move with intentions or with the purpose. Now that you understand that you have to know your intentions and you have to know your checkpoints before you can start moving with a purpose. The best way to move with intentions or purpose, you already got the first part off. Now this is the second part. The first part was knowing what your intentions are and setting checkpoints. The second part is planning how to reach those checkpoints and really question everything you do in life to the point where you're asking yourself that, does this move brings me closer to my end goal or brings me further away? Does this outing affect my end goal, or does it bring me closer? Does this thing that I'm purchasing right now, is it helping me reach my end goal, or is it bringing me further away? And I'm not saying don't treat yourself, but treating yourself helps you reach your end goal, because that boosts your enjoyment or your happiness or your energy in general, boosts up your positive energy. So that does help you reach your end goal. But don't overdo it, But yeah, you really have to ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing that is helping me get to my end goal? And what is it that I'm doing that is not helping me get to my end goal? You really have to sit back and really watch your moves on a day-to-day basis, or you really have to look at what you've been doing in the past month or the past 2 months. Really examine your actions and what you've been doing beforehand, so you can really start implementing new intentions and new purpose with your moves that you're doing tomorrow. After you ask yourself all these questions, what you do on a regular basis, like, is it helping me or is it hurting me? That's when you could start setting up dominoes, and every dominoes count. So you waking up, and the dominoes could be small, it could be big. Every domino count. So you waking up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you showering, you pampering yourself, you taking care of your self-care, and you're making sure you look good. That is a big domino, because it helps boost your energy in the morning, right? If you wake up and you don't do nothing, you just step outside, you're not going to really feel as replenished or as refreshing as you would if you just took care of yourself before you stepped outside. I understand if you're going to the gym or something, even to the gym, you can refresh yourself before going to the gym just to make yourself feel better or just to make yourself look better or perform better, So that small thing is a domino. What you eat is a domino. How you speak is a domino. How you speak to yourself is a domino. You feel me? What do you wear is also a domino. Your mindset is also a major domino. Your actions is a major domino. You really have to see, this move that I'm doing right now, is it going to get me to my checkpoint that I'm trying to reach, Because the goal is to reach checkpoints after checkpoints after checkpoints, and then eventually you will reach your end goal. Feel me? Just like in the race, everybody knows when the race is over, but there's a lot of checkpoints that you have to reach before you can get to the end of the race, So you really have to focus on the checkpoints, because the checkpoints is going to make sure you're moving with intentions. The end goal, it might be so big that, you feel like you have time to lollygag, or you feel like you have time to waste or not really be focused. But if you're focused on the checkpoints that'll lead you to the end goal, that'll make you more focused, and that'll make you feel like you have to do the right moves to get to this checkpoint. Because if you don't get to this checkpoint, you won't get to the next one. And if you don't get to the next one, you're not going to reach your end goal. Feel me? So you really have to put yourself in a position where you have no choice but to move with the right moves, because you have to get to that checkpoint. Understand that if you can see you reaching to that checkpoint through the move that you're making today, then you can achieve that checkpoint. Let's say you wake up today and you have a body goal to reach, right? And you wake up in the morning and you're like, man, should I go to the gym or should I not go to the gym? Because I'm not really feeling it, You have to really look through what your decision is about to be and really ask yourself, is this going to help me get to this checkpoint of my body goal, or is it not going to help me? And if you feel like it's going to help you, then you should go to the gym, regardless of how you feel. If you feel like it's not going to help you, then you should probably take a rest day. It's up to you. If you have a goal to make a certain amount of money and you're scared to do a certain investment, or you feel like you don't know what your next best move is, Sometimes if you don't know your next best move, the best thing to do is not move at all. I'm going to be real with you. If you don't know your next best move, don't move at all. Don't just make a move just because you don't know what to do, because that'll mess up what you're working on. That's moving without intentions, because if you were moving with intentions and you was real with yourself, you would tell yourself that, I don't know the best move to make right now to get me to my checkpoint, so I'm not going to move at all. That's moving with intentions. You not moving is still moving with intentions, because you're not moving so you don't mess up what you're working on. Also, to piggyback on a domino, the real domino effect is really, and I learned this from a book I read called The One Thing. What's the one thing you could do today that'll help your next decision tomorrow? Or what's the one thing that you could do today that'll remove a task you have tomorrow? The book is by APPRCIATED, I think. But it's called The One Thing. But it's really just asking yourself, if I do this investment, is it going to take off? Is it going to help my next investment, or is it going to bring me further away? If I do this move, is it going to bring me closer to my dreams, or is it going to bring me further away? If I do this investment and it goes good, is it going to take away a big chunk of the money goal that I'm trying to reach, or is it going to put me in another predicament where I have to keep investing over and over again? And I'm not saying you're going to always make the right investment or you're going to always make the right moves, but if you have the right intentions, if you make the wrong move with the right intentions, you can better your move and make the right move to get the right results. Because if you're moving with intentions and you accidentally make the wrong move, you will catch yourself and be like, I had the right intentions, but I made the wrong move. How can I make the right move? And you having a clear vision, and you can learn from that wrong move to make a way better move that you was going to make beforehand. Not because you have some knowledge to it. And you're not just moving just to move. You're moving with the right intentions and the right mindset. So you really have to get to a point where you have no choice but to make the right move. If you really want to live with intentions or move with a purpose, you have to somewhat put yourself in a corner, like corner yourself. Sometimes people only wait until life corner them, or they wait until their life is like at the very bottom to start moving with the right moves or with the right intentions or try to better their life in general. But if you really want to start moving with intentions, put yourself in a corner. If you don't understand the corner, put yourself at the edge of the hill, and you really have to put yourself in a position where you have to win or you have to make the right move. And it sounds crazy, but it all depends on how bad do you want your end goal. How bad do you want to reach that checkpoint? If you really want to reach that checkpoint, you have to put yourself in a mental position, sometimes physical too, but in a mental position where you have to make the right move. You have to take this right step or this left step, because if not, you will fall over the hill, and it's kind of risky, but everything is risky in life. So if you're not putting yourself in a position where you have to win, you're going to always feel like you could lose or win, And I'm not saying every time you have to win, you're going to win. It's just the mindset of you have to win is going to put you at a better chance of winning in general than the person that's just living 50-50, or they're just living like they could win or lose. You really have to tell yourself you have to win. There's no defeat, like no surrender, no defeat. You have to win. You have to move with intentions like your life depends on it, like your business depends on it, like your health depends on it. Because it does. Every move matters, bro. From the small move to you pampering yourself, like I said, to you starting a business, or you going to school, or you pursuing your career. Every move matters. How you talk to yourself, how you talk to other people, how you react. Can you control your emotions? All these dominoes matters in life. A lot of things that people don't really think matters, those are the biggest issue, because the smallest issue could become a bigger problem along the way if you don't fix it with the right intentions. So if you have the right intentions and you always wake up with the goal, like, how can I get closer to my checkpoint? How can I make sure I have the right mindset? Or how can I make sure I keep the same energy or the same drive, or even put more energy in it and have a harder drive to get to where you're trying to go? How can I gain more determination every day? You feel me? That's where every day you will make sure you could do the best thing that you can do for yourself. You have to put yourself first, but you have to put your end goal before yourself. What I mean by that is, if you wake up one morning and you don't feel like doing what you were supposed to do, you have to put your end goal, or you have to put your checkpoint before your feelings. You have to put your checkpoint before your emotions and before your thoughts. You have to do it regardless. So the best way to really put it is put your end goals before yourself. Put your purpose before yourself. Put your passion before yourself, and just keep working and just keep the same mindset. Because sooner or later, you will have that mentality that nothing can stop me. Regardless if you wake up feeling down or you wake up feeling low energy, some days you can rest, but there's some days that you're supposed to put in work. And if you're not putting in work because you don't feel like it, you're not moving with the right intentions. So understand that until you wake up with the mindset that you have to get better every day, you're not going to be moving with the right intentions. And you don't have to change everything every day. You have to keep, if something's working for you, keep it. Just put more energy towards it. If you doing your self-care in the morning boosts up your positive energy, keep doing that every day. If you going to the gym boosts up your positive energy, or boosts up your energy in general, and your drive and your determination, keep doing it. You don't have to change it up. If it works, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it works, then keep doing it. If you reading books is helping you get to where you're trying to go in life, then continue reading books. If you invest in yourself is going to help you get to where you're going in life, then keep doing it. You just have to find out what works for you and put way more energy into it, like a lot of energy into it. What works for someone else is not going to work for you, And another way to really move with intentions or purpose is to not try to copy what someone else is doing, I understand if you see somebody doing something that you would want to do, it's best to, study them or examine what they're doing it, how they're doing it, and, examine their little game plan, and then integrate it into your life however you understand it. Put it into your own understanding and apply it to your life how you understand it. Don't just copy and paste what somebody else is doing. Because nothing. I know you heard the saying that there's nothing new under the sun, which means a lot of things that people are doing, other people have done. But if you're copying and pasting the same person, like word for word, action for action, you're not going to get the same result as they're getting. Why? Because they have their own intentions. Their end goal is probably not your end goal. You might want to copy them, which is wrong because it'll probably get you to where you don't want to go. Because if you have your own intentions and your own goal, you're going to understand that, yes, this person is living the life that I want to live, but I can't do what they do because I'm not them. You can't copy somebody because you don't know how they live in their life, what got them there, what they had to do to get there, and what are they doing to maintain the lifestyle. You can just examine their game plan and you can see how they move if you can, because a lot of people don't really show you like the background or the backstory of how they got to where they're going or how they're able to do what they're doing. They just show you what they want you to see. So understand that you copying something off of somebody just because you see they're living a life, it's not going to get you nowhere. It'll probably mess up your life because you and that person do not have the same purpose. Y'all don't have the same goal. Y'all don't have the same intentions. You might be working hard to take care of your family and that person is working hard to live life. Like, they're not trying to take care of their family. They're not trying to have generational wealth. They just want to live a luxurious life. And you looking at it as, I want to have that same life, but y'all don't have the same goals. Y'all don't have the same intentions, Y'all don't have that same hunger, that same drive. You feel me? Y'all don't have the same cards that was dealt. They got dealt a different hand than you. So you have to really look at how they play their game and put it to your own understanding and then apply it to your life. Don't just copy and paste and apply it to your life. You have to understand where they come from and what are they doing and what can you apply from their life into yours. That's what you're really supposed to ask yourself. What can I take from them and apply it to my life that'll better my life and that'll help me reach my next checkpoint or my end goal? Don't just copy and paste just because you see that they're living the life that you would want. That's not moving with the right intentions or the right purpose. Because now your intentions is to live the life that they're living. You want to be them. You're not supposed to want to be them. You're just supposed to take the knowledge that you learn from them and apply it to your life, Because you wanting to be them, that means you're going to take the positive and the negative. Like I said, you don't know what people do to get the life that they're living. So if you're trying to get the positive life that they show you, the negativity that they come with is going to come to you. Also understand that all your moves do not need to make a sound. A lot of people nowadays, they want to let people know that they're doing this or they're working on that and they're progressing their life to this and that. I understand you can let people know, but to an extent, don't tell people everything and don't feel like you need to. If you want to tell people, then tell people if you want to, but don't feel like you need to. There's some people that feel like they need to let people know that, hey, I'm progressing in life, or hey, my life is getting better, or this and that. Nobody really cares. If I'm being honest, a lot of people might feel good for you for the moment, but over time, people are gonna want to see something new. So you can give people a little something, but don't give people too much. You got to keep them guessing. You got to keep them interested. You got to keep them intrigued. You got to give them just a little amount and make it feel like it's a lot, to the point where they know they don't know the full story, but they have a good amount to stick with you, like to stay invested in your life or in whatever you're trying to do in life. But like I said, only do that if you want to. You should never feel like you need to let people know what's going on in your life. Never. You should never feel like you need to update people or you need to speak on this or speak on that. I don't speak on a lot of things in my life. I speak on what I want to speak on, and I put it in a way where you know a good amount, but actually I put it in a way where you feel like you know a good amount, but in reality, I only told you the surface level, and that keeps people intrigued or that keeps people interested. So understand that not every move you make has to make a sound. Like they say, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, does it make a sound? You know, a lot of people will be like, yes. How do you know you're not around? No, how do you know you're not around? Exactly. If nobody's around, if nobody's in your inner circle, they don't need to know that you just chopped down that tree. You feel me? Let them just see that the tree is down, and then they just realize that, oh, this person has been working on themselves, or this person has been working on this or that. You know, that's a better way to really move instead of you trying to wave a flag like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This part of my life is going good. That part of my life is going great, you know, because a lot of people, they don't care, and a lot of people don't really be happy for you. Because for somebody to be happy for you, or for somebody to acknowledge what you're doing, or for somebody to acknowledge that you're progressing in life, they would have to accept that they're not progressing in life, you know. So you waving a green flag in front of people that is a red flag, they're not going to like that. Not only is that they're not going to like that, they're not going to, and you're not supposed to care what people like. I'm just saying, in general, like, you don't have to tell people things that they don't need to know. That's something that I'm still working on too, because I'm such an open person that, you know, I really don't care if I tell somebody what's going on. You know, I tell them what I want to tell them, you know, I don't feel like the need to tell anybody anything, but if I want to tell somebody something, or if I'm okay with telling somebody something, I don't mind telling you it. And I honestly feel like nothing can stop me, you know, only I can stop myself. So anybody can send me negative energy on the outside, you know, nothing on the outside can affect your inner peace unless you allow it inside of you. So you telling somebody something and they send you some negative energy and it stops you from doing what you got to do, that's you allowing their negative energy inside of you. If you're strong enough, you have a strong mentality, and you have that nothing gonna stop me and nothing on the outside can affect what's on the inside, then you'll become a more secured person, you know. But a lot of people that isn't secured in themselves, they feel like they need outside validation. And the more outside validation you need or you get is the more outside energy that you allow inside of you. So understand that not every move needs to make a sound, you know. Lightning and thunder is like the same thing, but you hear thunder, you don't hear lightning. You know what I mean? But lightning is actually way worse because lightning could catch something on fire, but you don't hear it. You hear the thunder. You hear the after effect, you know. You only see lightning, but you hear thunder, you know. You can see somebody putting in work in themselves. You can see somebody working towards something. But nowadays, people can see you doing something, but until you say something, they're going to act like they don't see it. Or they're going to act like nothing's really going on, you know. But if you keep putting in that lightning, and people are seeing what you're doing, and you're not talking, and you're just doing it, eventually when you do pop out with your thunder, and you start talking, and you start popping your shit, people gonna be like, oh shit, yeah, we've been watching this dude put in work, but this dude is actually doing it. Like, this is when the noise come in, you know. This is when the saying that goes, let your actions speak louder than your words, because the actions is the lightning. You're striking down your checkpoints, you're striking down everything you need to do in life to get to where you're trying to go, and then eventually you reach your goal or your end goal, or you reach a major checkpoint, and that's when you put your flag up like, this is my thunder. This is when you show people like, this is what you've been working on, or this is what you've been doing, you know. Also, don't feel like you need to. If you feel like you don't want to do that, and you want to wait until you reach your end goal, then wait till you reach your end goal. But you can also, you know, checkpoint to checkpoint, or if you reach a major checkpoint, you can let it be known. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But also remind yourself that you have to be secured with yourself, because you don't know how people are going to react to your progress or to your success or to you reaching your goals or you accomplishing things in your life that they would want to accomplish in their life, you know. You can't control how somebody react to what you say. You can just control what you say to people. You know, understand that. That's why I say don't ever feel like you need to tell people stuff, because you can't control how they react to it, you know. You might feel like you want to tell somebody that you feel like is your friend about something that's going on in your life that's good, and their life is not going as good. So when you tell them, you can't really control how they take it. You know, you might feel like they're going to be happy for you, but how they took it is not how you wanted it to be taken. So now it fucks up your energy on the inside, and it fucks up your mind, And it fucks up your determination because it's like, damn, that's something that happened to me too. Because it's like, damn, like, you should be happy for me. Like, why aren't you happy for me? And then that's when you start realizing, like, damn, if I keep working on myself or if I keep progressing in life, I'm going to eventually have to distance myself from this person. And that might make you want to stop progressing in life. Like, real. Like, there's times where you might feel like if you keep progressing in life, you might have to distance yourself from the person that you really care about. And that might prevent you. That might sabotage your energy or your sense of urgency or your determination. Because it's like, if I keep putting in this extra energy, I might end up being alone. Or I might end up having to find new people or new friends. But I like this person so much that, I might slow down my life so they could try to catch up. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep going. You're supposed to keep moving with the right intentions, Throughout this journey, it's not going to be easy, to your end goals. It's not going to be easy. And I'm not even talking about, like, the actions you have to take. It's just what comes with the action that you took, You reaching checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint, and your peers is not reaching nothing. It's like you running a race, right? And you're gone. And you look back, and your peers is way behind you. You're like, damn, what's going on? So you go back. You sabotage your life and you try to go back and you try to see what's going on with them and you try to help them keep up with you, but that's only taking away your energy. That's taking away your purpose and your intentions, So you really have to just keep on going. If they reach the finish line with you, then they reach it, But if not, you just have to accept it and you have to keep moving with the right intentions. Understand that you don't have to tell everybody everything, Meet people, I learned to meet people where they meet themselves at, And I had to learn that, if somebody's not really a very intellectual person, I'm not going to have an intellectual conversation with them, If this person is all about jokes, then we could joke around, but we probably won't joke around as much. We might joke around today and then we joke around next week. I learned not to, beat people down just because they're not on my level. You feel me? But at the same time, I can only play that character for a certain amount of time, because that gets draining. You bringing your energy down, it takes energy to bring your energy down. I hope you know that. So you holding yourself back for your peers because you don't want to leave them, that's going to bring your energy way down than you ever thought. Because that takes energy, that takes away your purpose, that takes away, that diminishes your intentions because now you're not moving with the intentions to reach your end goal. Now you're moving with the intentions to, yes, I'm going to keep working on myself, but I have to help my friend out. I have to help this person out because if I don't help this person out, I'm going to end up leaving them. You feel me? So it's like you really have to keep moving with the right mindset, the right intentions. You have to really keep going. And you really have to understand that you can't control how people react to your success. You can just control how you perform. You got to keep being successful. You got to keep accomplishing things regardless of what comes with it. Because there's a lot of things that's going to come into your life as you're trying to reach your checkpoints and as you're trying to reach your end goal that's going to try to stop you or try to slow you down just so you don't surpass them, So you really have to keep that mindset like, damn, like, yeah, I might have to distance myself from this person, but my end goal is way more important than this person. That's why I said in the beginning that sometimes you have to put your end goal before you. You feel me? So you will understand that regardless if this person supports me or not, or regardless if this person is happy for me or not, I have to still wake up tomorrow and reach my checkpoint. Or get closer to my checkpoint, Because regardless, this person is not before me and my end goal is before me, I'm not even before my end goal. So what this person is feeling or me having to put this person behind me is not going to affect my end goal. Why? Because my end goal is even before me. And I don't put nobody before me. So whatever you're feeling, it's not going to affect me or my end goal. Why? Because I'm before you and my end goal is before me. You're really supposed to have no excuses when it comes to your end goal. No excuses at all. Like, Don't try to water down nothing. You really have to stick to it. You really have to stick and stand strong in your intentions and your purpose. Because once you slip up and once you try to change things up for somebody, that's when you're gonna just fuck up your whole domino effect, Because if you working hard, right, and you knocking down dominoes, and you reach a certain point, a certain checkpoint, you look back and you're like, damn, my friend dominoes is still up, For you to go back and help your friend try to knock down their dominoes, you're picking up dominoes that you just knocked off. So what you're doing, you're backtracking to where they're at in life. Just by you backtracking, they might surpass you in a way, Because it takes a lot of energy to pick them dominoes back up and set it up, right? It takes a lot of energy to go back, right? So you going back, you wasting energy. You're actually using double the energy to go back than you would use to go forward. So you're using double the energy to go back to help somebody that is not even using as much energy as they should. They're not as determined as you, but you're trying to help them. You're trying to push them. That's taking away triple of your energy. Why? Because you already used some of your energy to knock down the dominoes, right? Now you're doubling your energy to backtrack to go help somebody else with their dominoes. Now you have to triple your energy to help them with their dominoes, and you have to knock down the dominoes you just picked up. You get what I'm saying? So you really have to understand that every move matters. Like, you feeling like you can put your life on hold for somebody else. I felt like that before, and it messed up my life tremendously. Like, it held me back tremendously, like crazy. Like, that's why I'm able to speak on this, because this is real. Like, you going back to try to help somebody, it will fuck your life up. You get what I'm saying? So really understand that to move with intentions, you have to know what is your intentions. And for you to know what is your intentions, you have to know what is your end goal. And after you understand that your end goal is what, you want to be a billionaire, ask yourself, how do I get to be a billionaire? How do I get to billionaire status? You have to start from 0 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000, or you can start from 0 to 50,000 or to 100,000, but that's up to you. You have to set your checkpoints, If your checkpoint is to go from 0 to 50K to 100K to 500K, then that's your checkpoint. Nobody can tell you where to put your checkpoints at. Feel me? Nobody can push you to your checkpoints either. It's all about you, your intentions, and your purpose, and your drive, and your determination. And how much you want it. How bad do you want it? Not even how bad do you want it. How bad do you feel like you need this? You have to feel like you need to do this. You have to feel like your life depends on this action, or your life depends on this move. If you have no purpose of going somewhere, don't go there. Like, for real. You have no purpose of doing a bad investment, don't invest in that. If you're trying to just try things out, then, you could try things out, but don't do it with the intentions of this is the one, Always have a clear intention. If you feel like this investment is just a trial and error, then have that intention. But always try to win. The main intention is to win regardless, But if you put the intentions of this investment is the one, and it ends up not being the one, it might hold you back. Why? Because you're going to feel like, damn, I felt like this was the one, My intentions was this was the one that's going to make me a millionaire, and it didn't make me a millionaire, so I have to slow down my energy, or I have to slow down my drive, you understand? But if you have the intentions of, okay, maybe this might work, maybe this might not work, but, regardless, I'm going to try to make it work, Regardless, the goal is to win, but you have that clear mindset that, okay, yes, the goal is to win, but this can be a trial and error, So when it becomes a trial and error, you don't beat yourself up about it. You pick yourself up and you keep moving with more intentions. You keep moving with lessons you just learned from that trial and error, and you implement it into your new investment or whatever else you want to do in life. Now you have stronger intentions. Now you have a stronger purpose. Now you have a wiser intention, and understand that not every move needs to be heard. Not every move needs to be announced. If you want to announce it, And another thing I would like to say is don't be too shy to let people know what you're doing, though. Like I said in the beginning, you have to learn how to give people a little, but make it feel like it's a lot. And the reason why I say that is a lot of people want new friends. A lot of people want business partners. A lot of people want people to create content with. A lot of people want YouTubers to collab with, or they want clothing brands to collab with, but you're so scared of the evil eye. The evil eye is real, but understand that the evil eye is outside of you. You feel me? So if you let outside energy affect your inner peace, or you let outside energy takes away that secureness inside of you, then that's on you. It sounds crazy, but you have to live an accountable life. That's on you. Like, if you're feeling great and somebody does something to you, or somebody says something to you, and now you're feeling down for the rest of the day, that's you allowing their negative energy to affect what's on the inside of you. Feel me? You was feeling very positive until that certain somebody said something to you. But regardless, if you was very secure in your energy and you're very strong and you have a very strong boundary in your mindset that nothing on the outside can affect my inner peace or my inner drive or my inner positivity, then what they say is not going to affect you to the point where you stop what you want to do, or it's going to make you stop being positive for the day or stop being happy, So understand that, the evil eye is real, but the evil eye is on the outside of you. It's not inside. It's on the outside. So if somebody's sending you evil energy or bad energy and you allow it inside of you, then you allow that negativity inside. But if you're secured enough and you be like, regardless of what that person just said, that's their opinion, that's not a fact in my life, that's just their perception of themselves or of me. So you won't be afraid to let people know, like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm working on this, or hey, if anybody's into this, let me know, or, because like I said, a lot of people are looking for new friends or better groups, business partners, or they're looking for positive people to hang around with, or chill people, or they're looking for content creators to collab with, but they're shy to put out what they're working on because of the evil eye. But a lot of people don't understand that the evil eye is on the outside of you. It's not on the inside. Like, you really understand that outside negative energy cannot affect your inner positivity or your inner secureness unless you allow it to. You know what I mean? I could be having the best day of my life and somebody says some crazy thing to me, right? If I don't allow it, I'm just going to brush it off like, this person just crazy, or this person just talking. Or if I wasn't secure in myself, I would start believing what they say. Most of the times, people allow the evil eye to affect them in their life because they believe in what they're saying. You could be doing something and somebody says that's lame, or somebody says that's stupid or crazy. If you believe that, that's allowing their negative energy inside of you. But if you know and you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, you're going to be like, man, this person just talking. This person don't know what they're talking about. Why? Because they're not you. They don't know what you're doing for real. They just know what you told them. That's why I say you could tell somebody stuff, but don't tell them too much. And you really have to be secured in your mind that you don't care how people perceive you. For you to really live with intentions, your intentions, and for you to really get to your end goal or your checkpoint, you really have to not care about how people perceive you. Because if you waste time and energy on how people perceive you and you're trying to change people's image, how they see you, and you're trying to make sure people see you as this good person or as this lightful person and everybody's seeing you dark, and if you're so insecure in yourself and you're like, hey guys, I'm not that bad, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that, and you're trying to waste energy trying to convince people, you're wasting your energy, you're not moving with the right intentions. Why? Because you allowed that to derail you off your journey. If you're on a journey and you're trying to reach a checkpoint and you're going straight, right? And somebody's right here, they're calling you crazy or they're calling you stupid, and you're like, hey, I'm not crazy or stupid, you're off your path. You really have to not care what people perceive. And for you to really not care what people perceive of you, you have to be secured in yourself. Not only that, you have to have the right intentions, and you have to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Because once somebody tries to call you crazy or stupid, or they try to make it feel like you don't know what you're doing, all you have to do is remind yourself about your intentions and your purpose and your checkpoint. You just remind yourself that you know what you're doing and you know why you're doing it. You feel me? But if you don't have a secure belief in what you're doing or how you're doing it, anybody could derail you off your path. Anybody could distract you. Until you really believe in it and you really stick to your intentions and your purpose and you really stick to you reaching your checkpoint, you will always be easily derailed or easily unaligned. And another way to really move with the right intentions is to, like this is to piggyback on a thunder and lightning comparison. When you're working on something, it's just like lightning, you move, anybody can see lightning, but they don't hear the thunder, But sometimes when you see the lightning, but you don't hear the thunder, you kind of feel like you're kind of confused. Like, is this person really doing what he's doing, or is he just showing off, or is he just talking? Is he just showing off, or is he just working in the wrong direction, or because a lot of people feel like you could work in the wrong direction. You could be putting a lot of effort in the wrong direction, until you pop out with your thunder, and they're like, oh, he's going in the right direction, he just wasn't talking about it. You feel me? But when you do pop out with your thunder, once you move from lightning into thunder, and you start popping your shit, or you start talking about what you accomplished or what you did, you have to understand that you're not doing it to brag. Never show off what you do in life to brag or to make people feel down. That's the wrong intentions. That's something that deals with the universe too, because once you start bragging, you start feeling like you're above people, and you feel like you can talk down on people that don't have what you have. But most of the times, people talk down on people in the same position they came from. So understand that once you start popping your shit and you go from lightning to thunder, you're supposed to use it as inspiration. You're supposed to influence people or inspire people to show them that they can do it too, because the same people that came where you come from, they're going to be inspired. But if you're doing it as in a brag and a boasting, or like you're better than them, then they're not going to like that, And not only is they're not going to like that, the universe is not going to like that. It's not going to accept that, because you're supposed to use it as inspiration. You're supposed to use it as, hey, you guys, this is what I did. You can do it too. If you put it in the right energy, you can do it too. Yes, I accomplished this, but you can do it too. You're not supposed to do it as in like, hey, I'm better than you. You're not doing nothing with your life. This, that, and the third. That's not the right energy. That's not the right intentions. That's not the right purpose. And the universe will take what you're bragging about away. Because most of the time, the universe blesses you to bless other people. But if you're not blessing other people, and I'm not talking physically, like if the universe gives you $1 million, that don't mean give people money. That just mean let people know that they could become a millionaire too. They could be a multi-millionaire too, The same way you accomplish your goals and you reach your checkpoint, you have to let people know that they can reach their checkpoints too. It's not that hard. All you need is the right mindset. All you need is the right intentions. All you need is a strong purpose. You get what I'm saying? But never let that stop you from progressing in life. Because let's say you accomplish something big, right? And you're trying to let people know that they can do it too. And if they take it as hatred, do not beat yourself up about it. Do not keep that energy within you. Release that and move on to the people that are inspired. If people that you're trying to inspire ends up being a hater, do not stop there. Find other people to inspire. Don't allow their hatred to put you in a box. Because not everybody is the same. What somebody hates you for, the other person is going to love you for it, And that goes back to you not being able to control how people take your success. You can just continue being successful. But if you start being successful and the people you thought was going to be inspired by you, or the people you thought that was going to cheer you on, is becoming a hater or becoming very iffy or being negative or not supportive, and you allow that to stop you, that's taking you away from your intentions, your purpose, and that is messing up your dominoes. Because, like I said in the beginning, there's a time you might reach where you feel like the person that is supposed to support you is supposed to do it, and they're not doing it, and you feel like it's because you're doing more than them, so you stop trying to be more, and you start trying to diminish your life, or you start trying to diminish what you're doing, or you try to diminish your energy that affects your dominoes, that affects your energy, that affects your intentions and your purpose and your end goal and your checkpoint. You see how everything connects? One little thing could fuck up everything, but one little thing could take you to the sky. Like, a lot of people say you only need to be right one time. Why? Because one thing could make it or break it. So you really have to really understand that every move you make matters. Everything you do in life is either bettering your health or making it worse. It's either bettering your mentality or making it worse. It's either bettering your financial discipline or it's making it worse. It's either bringing you closer to your dreams or it's bringing you further. Like, literally every day, every move you make. A lot of people don't really understand that every move matters because they're living on autopilot, Because if you're living on autopilot, you feel like everything just happening because it's an everyday thing. No, every day, the same thing is happening because you do the same thing every day. If you change your intentions and your purpose, then tomorrow is going to be a different day. Every day is a different day, only if you do the same thing you did yesterday, which makes it feel like it's the same day. And I'm not talking about work, that's normal. You have to go to work. You have to make money to live. You don't have to go to work. But if that's the only option, then you go to work. You can't just stop going to work because you want to do something different. You have to have a game plan before that. You have to have a vision before you start going to work. You got to have a contingency plan, because a lot of people, they feel like they could just quit their job and become a millionaire, but you have to have a plan before you quit your job, And if you really secure in yourself and you don't care how people see you, because a lot of people nowadays, they're scared to have a job because of how people are going to talk about them. But if you really understand that you could use a job, like when I used to work, when I was like 19, I used my job as a stepping stone. My first job got me my first car. It helped me launch my first business, which was a clothing brand. And then my same job helped me launch 2-3 side hustles. So really understand how you can use a job to your benefit if you have a plan, if you have the right intentions, if you have the right checkpoints, if you have the right end goal. If you just going to work to make some money, that's not wrong, but you don't have the plan to do what you want to do with the money that you make. Yeah, you're going to work to make money, but what are you going to do with that money after it's being made? Are you going to go waste it? Or are you going to spend it with intentions? Are you going to spend it into your business? Are you going to invest it into your life? Are you going to make the money to make your life better? Or are you just going to make money to live carelessly? But yeah, just a little recap. For you to really live through intentions or move with purpose, you have to know what your intentions are and what your purpose is. And after that, you can start putting checkpoints in your life. And then after that, you can set up your dominoes to the point where it will help you reach your checkpoint, And understand that everything you do every day matters. How you brush your teeth, how you talk to yourself in the mirror. If you showered today, if you ate today, that matters. You not treating yourself affects your life tremendously, You not taking care of yourself personally affects your outside life, Because the same way you treat yourself is how you're going to treat your life. The same way you treat yourself is how you're going to treat your business, how you're going to treat your goals, how you're going to treat your checkpoints, how you're going to treat your dominoes, If you're not moving with intentions with yourself, bettering yourself every day, you're not going to be too urgent to better your life, or you're not going to be too urgent to better your business or your personality or whatever. And understand that you shouldn't let things hold you back if you have the right intentions. You shouldn't try to control things you can't control, Control what you can, which is yourself, your intentions, your actions, and your life. You can't control what's on the outside, and you can't let what's on the outside affect what's on the inside. You have to stand firm and stand secure on your path, on your journey, and understand that only you can stop you from getting to where you want to go. You know, live the accountable life and tell yourself that if I stick to my intentions, if I stick to my purpose, if I stick to my checkpoints and I stick to my dominoes, then I'm going to get to where I'm trying to go. But if I let somebody distract me from knocking down my dominoes that will help me get to my checkpoints, which will help me get to my end goal, which will help me fulfill my purpose, then that's on me. I'm ElyJoz. I'm grateful you allowed me to clear a part of your brain today. Peace and prosperity to you all. I'm out.